What is going on, everybody? This is the Father-Son Fantasy Football Podcast.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's enjoying the show.
He's saying the same thing over and over again. It is June 8th, Friday. We are recording this a little early because we are busy tomorrow. But this will be going out Sunday morning. You're probably hearing us around 10:30. So if any news happens tomorrow, we'll get to that next episode.
This will be Running Backs Rankings Part 2.
Yeah, so the first episode we did the 1 through 15. And today we're going to do 15 through 30, plus a little guys going on the edge of 30, like 32, 33, who could probably jump over an ADP.
Yep.
We're not going to give any sleepers out yet. That's going to be another episode. But for this episode today, we're going to just talk about those guys going near the back end of 30 and what we think about them. And my rankings differ from the ADP a lot. I don't know about yours, but you probably do too.
Ours are a little different. Ours are going to be a lot different than this.
Yours is different than mine. We already knew that.
Yeah.
And before we get into today's podcast and all the fun running back stuff, we have another review. We have a total of 10 reviews so far, and we have 5 written reviews. This one review, Dad, you can read it out.
This was from Big Bob.
Oh, jeez.
He says, great fantasy football knowledge. He said, these guys know what they're talking about. Great information. They're also fun to listen to. They keep everyone interested and enjoyable to listen to as well. I plan on listening to them and gaining more football knowledge. So thank you, Big Bob, for the shout-out.
Thank you. Once again, yes, connect with us on Twitter, too. My Twitter is @JustinFSFF, and our podcast one is FatherSonFF. We'd like to get in touch with you guys. Have any questions, ask us. We'll answer them on the show. I'm active on Twitter. My dad, I'll tell him what you guys think, and then he'll tell me what to put there.
Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe button on YouTube and on iTunes and Google Play. Like it on YouTube, like the video on YouTube, share it with your friends now. We're trying to get more popular before the season gets going. Also, write a 5-star review. We'll shout you out like we just did. Thank you again, Big Bob. We have 5 so far. Hopefully, we get the number up to about 50 before August. That's our goal right here. We get more reviews.
It looks like with all our knowledge that we're giving these people, the most downloadable sites are
iTunes.
iTunes and Google Play, but also our drafts. Our mock drafts are
our most popular episode so far is our half PPR mock draft that we did. It was episode 8, so it was episode before the last episode. That's our most popular episode so far. So we like doing those, and we're going to probably keep doing those. Our next episode, we're probably going to do another mock draft just to see how the ADP has changed. We're going to do different spots.
After that, we'll hit wide receivers.
Wide receivers, those are going to be tough. Those are usually the hardest to rank, and I know we're going to have big disagreements. I'm a wide receiver guy myself. As you know.
I'm a running back guy.
So you're more running backs than I am, but I'm wide receivers all the way, So I know my wide receivers pretty well. I have all the stats for it and watching all that video and stuff. I like wide receivers.
Definitely going to have some disagreements there.
Yeah, probably a lot. And for breaking news, Julian Edelman got hit with a 4-game PED ban.
What are these guys thinking?
I don't know, man. They just do what they got to do. And if anything, I like this better because it drops him down right now. It's already dropped him down 2 rounds. It's more of a discount for Julian Edelman. Chris Hogan went up 2 rounds too.
Yep.
But
Hogan's value went way up.
Yeah. I like the discount on these players that get the ban. Last year I took Zeke Elliott. What a discount he was. Traded him away, but hey, I liked when I had him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Edelman this year. I see me taking him now since it's more a discount. And then another guy we're talking about today, Mark Ingram. I like him at a discount too. He's dropped down quite a bit. He's still Mark Ingram. We'll talk about that soon. And another news that the whole Brady retiring if Gronk gets traded, that's a big fuss right now. We don't know if it's real or not, but we'll have to wait and see how that unfolds because it's still going on right now.
Brady's not retiring.
I don't know. We'll see. He's pretty old.
He's not retiring.
Not retiring. Okay. Once again, Twitter @JustinFSFF, and our podcast Twitter home is @FatherSonFF. Get in touch with us. Follow me on Twitter. Follow the podcast on Twitter. DM us. Our DMs are open. Tweet at us any questions, share it with your friends. We're also on YouTube, Google Play, and iTunes, so subscribe and download these episodes. Leave a like on YouTube, comment in the YouTube section. Another thing I think we should talk about too, we got a comment on YouTube and a couple of people have hit me up on Twitter about what are your thoughts about doing a listener league with our listeners.
If we get enough people,
I think we have enough interest.
To do.
I don't want the people we know, so random people. We already have one guy that's entertaining doing it, so I think we could do a 12-team league, so we have 2 of us, right, me and you. We'll do a half PPR league. 10, 12 teams. You guys comment down below. Tweet me if you want 10 or 12 team leagues. We're going to do the half PPR.
Comment to us if you want to get involved.
Yeah,
we'll
once it gauges more interest,
the first 12 people that put it in the comments.
Not the first 12. We'll wait a little bit. We'll do the first 2.
Okay.
We already got 2 people.
All right.
So we'll do those guys because they brought it up, and then we'll try to gauge the system. We'll probably put it in a random generator. Generate 12 guys.
Sure.
So 12-team league sounds fun. Another league to get in. It's hopefully pretty active. You guys can play with us. And you guys can see how we draft and that draft, and we'll schedule a time that works hopefully for everyone. an online draft. Will you be using ESPN or NFL.com? We'll figure it out. But yeah, comment in the YouTube and rate us 5 stars. You can see that, and then tweet at us if you want to get in the league, and also comment on YouTube if you want to be in the league with us.
We'll do a league that'll be fun throughout the season. Comment on that league.
Comment on that league. We'll talk about it every week.
Even though I'm going to win it, but it'll be good.
Definitely not going to happen. So, to kick it off, last episode we ended off with Jordan Howard, who was going 15th. But today, June 8th, what happened was Joe Mixon dropped into the top 15. He is 15 now, so he's going to start talking about first. Joe Mixon, Dad, new offensive line, better offense this year. He's young. People are saying if it's not this year, he's done, I think. But I want to see how you like him. You tell me how you like him.
I got him ranked 17th overall.
You have him ranked 17th overall. That's pretty. That's lower than where he's going. That's actually right around where his ADP is. Yeah. I have Mixon at 20. I have him lower than the ADP. I'm not a big Mixon believer. I think he's talented, but the Bengals offense, it scares me. I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Mixon.
No. Mixon missed a lot of time last year with injuries.
What was his stat line last year?
He ended up with 22nd, I think, as overall
not the
RB.
ranking. What was you have his yards? How many yards he had last year?
No, I don't have his yards.
Look it up.
His pass catching ability was better than average with 34 targets for 8.4 yards per catch. He could be the workhorse back this year.
You still have Giovanni Bernard taking up third down, passing down, so I think that limits his passing upside. So in a half PPR and full PPR league, it hurts him a little bit. But then again, there's not many running backs in the NFL who are 3-down backs. Those are the guys we talked about last episode, like Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, David Johnson, Zeke. So those are the guys that got to get 3 downs. What you're looking for in these players over here, you're looking for guys who get most volume when rushing downs. Because you're not going to find if you find a full 3-down back, which there's a couple here, it's really rare in this range. So you see Joe Mixon getting first and second down, it's all his. That's valuable still. So volume is there. He's got a better line this year, but I still think that Giovanni Bernard takes the passing duties and hurts his passing upside. But I wouldn't mind taking Mixon if he falls, but right now he's going as the 15th running back, and I'd rather have other guys behind him than Mixon.
He only had 626 yards rushing last year.
It's not a lot. So
no.
He looks like Le'Veon Bell is what people say. He kind of does. He's patient behind the line, but his offensive line is nowhere near Le'Veon Bell's offensive line.
Right.
It's why I think he's not a bad running back, but there are guys later that are going after him that I much rather had than Joe Mixon. He's going in the first pick in the 3rd round. That is way too high for me.
Yep.
I'm not taking Joe Mixon this year, probably. I'm not going to have any ownership. Maybe if he falls, but I'm not looking to have any ownership.
I'm probably not taking him either.
Not taking him either. All right. The next guy we're going to talk about on this list, Rashaad Penny. He is currently going in 12-team leagues, the 8th pick in the 3rd round. He is the 17th running back off the board. Seattle, what do you guys say about Rashaad Penny?
I think we both like him.
I love him.
Right? I think this tells Seattle that Seattle's to a run-first offense now. There's no committee.
They're going back to what they were with Marshawn Lynch a couple years ago.
He's going to be their workhorse back.
I think that even their offensive line is bad, doesn't matter. Opportunity is what creates fantasy points, and he has the opportunity. The coach even comes out and says that they want to run the ball with this guy.
Yep.
I remember we did that rookie running back episode a while ago. I said Royce Freeman was my favorite rookie running back. He is no longer my favorite rookie running back. He still could be yours. I understand. I have some points.
He's up there.
We're going to talk about him later, but Penny's my second favorite, other than Saquon Barkley, rookie running back to get this year. I'll talk about a guy soon who I like a lot more. I've come on. In the rookie episode, I wasn't that high on him, but I just love him now. But Rashaad Penny,
he's RB2. He's definitely an RB2.
He's going to be running back 2. He has the volume to possibly be a running back 1. I think that you can't not doubt him. He's got a run-heavy offense. They've traded up to get him. They used a first-round pick, which says a lot in the NFL. They use a pick cap, like the draft capital right there. They used a first-round pick on this guy. Pete Carroll says 3-down back. His opportunity is there, and that's all you need in the NFL is opportunity. He's 22 years old. He had 86 forced missed tackles last year, the most in the draft class. The second most was 56. You know how impressive that is?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's impressive.
That's a big stat right there. Rashaad Penny, everyone's also saying, with this Brendan Marshall signing on Seahawks, they're saying, he's going to take over Jimmy Graham's red zone targets and stuff. I think Rashaad Penny gets those 1-yard touchdowns, those 2-yard touchdowns this year. Yep. Rashaad Penny is a great pick in the 3rd round. I don't have a problem reaching for him.
I don't either.
If you start wide receiver kind of heavy, you could take him. You get volume right there. I'm okay with taking him. I love him. Rashaad Penny, I have him in the top 15 in my rankings. I have Rashaad Penny at number 15, tied at 15th. I don't mind having him above LaShawn McCoy. I guess that's a guy I think he's kind of like. But you have Rashaad Penny
at 16th.
At 16th. Yeah, one behind me.
I like Penny.
I think he's a great
like
pick.
the way Seattle's going with this pick. They picked him for a reason. He's going to be the workhorse.
Yeah, he's going to be the workhorse.
He's going to be the workhorse.
We love Rashaad Penny this year. Next up, a guy I'm a little uneasy about. You may like a lot more than I think you easily like him a lot more than I do. Is Derrick Henry out of Tennessee. I have him ranked all the way down at 27 in my running back rankings. He's going as the 17th running back off the board, 18th running back off the board behind Penny. 10th pick, third round for 12-team leagues. I'm not taking Derrick Henry in any of my leagues right this year.
It depends where you fall. I mean, I got him ranked 21st. I mean,
yeah,
he was always in the shadow of DeMarco Murray. He's about ready to step out of that shadow.
Like I said in the episode with the Old Faces, New Places Part 1, go check that episode out. We talked about the QBs and running backs that moved around from team to team this offseason. Dion Lewis fits his Tennessee's offense personnel better. The coach likes using the sets that feature Dion Lewis. Everyone thinks Dion Lewis is a pass-catching back. He's actually, yes, he is pass-catching back, but he also runs the ball on first down.
Well, he's going to do good in the pass because I don't think Henry's going to be involved in the passing at all.
This offense is trying to talk about passing their running backs more in the red zone. They're also talking about using them interchangeably. So I think they're both going to have value in fantasy this year, but in my personal opinion, I'd rather have Dion Lewis. Do you disagree with this? Do you want to put this on the board?
No, I'm not going to put it on the board because I kind of agree with you a little bit. I think Henry's value is more for non-PPR. PPR, he's not going to be used much in the receiving game, so...
you don't want to put a bet who's better running back in Tennessee, simply?
Who? Between him and Lewis?
Between him and Lewis. I'll say Lewis, you can say Henry. I'll put that on the board if you have that.
Yeah. Put it on... We'll put that
it on the table. All right. More fantasy points
table.
this year. I say Dion Lewis.
I say Derrick Henry.
There you go. We got that.
That's number 2.
That's
number two on the table.
That's a bet
More
right
fantasy
there.
points.
Scored in a half PPR league.
Henry or
Lewis, and I say Dion Lewis. Put that one on the board.
That's the second one on the table.
Yes, the second one on the table. If you like it, Dion Lewis is way discounted. We're going to get to him later in this episode. That's our thoughts with Derrick Henry. They're going to use them interchangeably, but they're both going to have value. I prefer Dion Lewis at the discount, and I think he's going to do better overall.
Okay.
Now,
we'll go with that.
Next up, a guy I also love.
Whoa.
This guy is in my top 15 rankings. He is my 13th ranked running back this year. It is Alex Collins.
I like Alex Collins. I got him ranked not as high as you. I got him ranked at 20th.
Ooh, I have him 14th. I'm going to have you go first. I want to see what you got to say about Alex Collins.
Well, Seattle waived him prior to last season.
Yep.
Now he's in Baltimore. He was decent for only being on the field 35% of the snaps. He averaged 4.7 yards per carry, 2.1 yards after the contact, and he was ranked in the top 13. He should lead the backfield.
Yep.
I mean, Jarvis Allen's there. Kenneth Dixon is there.
They are still there. But
he's not really involved in the passing game.
Now, I'd like to say this.
So he might be more valuable in a non-PPR, but
it's half PPR, and like I said before, at these later picks, you're not looking for a full workhorse back. You're looking for a guy with volume.
I mean, he had just under 1,000 yards last year.
And let's say, from week 8 on, Alex Collins had 19.2 touches per game and on 200-plus carries. He's cheaper than most guys at this volume, and he's got a high volume. And I have more stats I'm going to read off right here. In the final 12 games for 2017, he was the running back 17 in fantasy points per game at 12.9. He was 17.5 touches per game total. Handled 54% of the Baltimore carries, which is the 12th highest rate in the NFL for the amount of carries handled. He averaged 2.8 yards after contact, 12th best. And he was 18th out of 53 running backs in missed tackles forced per carry. Right now he's getting drafted a little later than I said. He's getting drafted as the running back 19. That's a discount right there. He went as, I think he's top 15 this year. I love Alex Collins.
He could
Kenneth Dixon is really good, so if he were to get injured, Kenneth Dixon is a really good running back, but he's had injury problems in the past. But Alex Collins, I have top 15. I believe in this guy. If it's between him and Penny, flip a coin. I think that.
I would take Penny over him.
I'm not putting him
I definitely would take Penny over Collins.
Yeah, that's what the ADP has too. All right, so next up.
I would take my chance on the upside on a rookie.
A guy I hate this year, but it's you may like him. Kenyan Drake. I am not taking him in any of my leagues this year. I have Kenyan Drake. He's ranked as my number 26 running back. Wow, he's ranked as your number 15.
Yep.
So we have a discrepancy here.
Well,
big argument right here. I want to see what you have to say about Kenyan Drake.
Once Ajayi got shipped out of there, he did fantastic for Miami.
He did.
He really did. When Ajayi got gone, he did great. I mean, he averaged 5 yards per carry on 123 yards rushing, and caught 29 passes. He had the seventh most fantasy points among backs during that time.
Okay. He's not guaranteed his job. People are saying offseason. Frank Gore just got signed in there. They drafted Ballage. He's going to take some pass catching duty. I think they believe in his pass catching ability. It's a bad team. They're going to be behind a lot. They're not going to be able to run the ball as much as they were. Their defense kept them in games last year, but this year I don't see it.
He's going to lose some touches to Gore.
Coaches love Gore all around. Gore's going to get his own work.
Gore is old, but Gore is still Gore.
Kenyan Drake hasn't topped 133 carries since high school. So I don't know if he's able to handle a big workload like that. That's why they brought in Gore and they have Ballage. Frank Gore, everyone's saying no. But the coaches love him. He's going to get his carries. I don't like Kenyan Drake where he's going. I think he's overpriced, and I think he's a bust this year.
Okay.
I'm not going to have him on any team. I do not like Kenyan Drake. Yes, he was good last year for the final, whenever he took over after Ajayi left, but I do not
I think Gore is going to take some of his value right there.
Gore and Ballage is a rookie.
Yeah, so, we're going to have to see what happens there, but I think it hurts Drake a little bit with Gore being there.
Yeah, once again, this is for redraft purposes in 2018, not Dynasty.
Yep.
We did just join a Dynasty League. We're talking about that sooner or later. We're working. We have an orphan team. We're working on it. It's going to get better. That's our hope. But, yes, this is for redraft purposes. So if we mention a rookie like that, he has value. But no, this year we don't know as much. In the future, yes, for sure.
Right.
But Kenyan Drake in redraft, I am not taking at all.
Okay.
I do not like Kenyan Drake this year. Next up, the guy I like a little bit more than Penny out of recently is Derrius Guice, 21st running back off the board, going 6th pick in the 4th round, running back Washington.
Here's a guy who should have been taken in the first round.
He should have been taken, but there's off-the-field issues. People were worried about him playing video games too much, something like that.
How lucky were the Redskins getting him in the second round?
Steal. I kind of wish the Giants went with a quarterback and took him in the second round.
He's a guy, he's a powerful runner. He does plenty of damage after initial contact. I mean, he makes people miss him. He makes for missed tackles all over the place.
He is the first and second down back in this offense, 100%. Jay Gruden's already came out and said that he is our volume guy. Chris Thompson's not going to lose the passing network. Chris Thompson's a great receiving back in the NFL.
Which he'll be receiving. Guice won't be involved in the passing too much, but he should handle most of the early downs and probably most, if not all, of the goal line work.
Yeah. I take back what I said in rookie episode. Like I said, I was a little bit wary about Guice. I don't know, but now I'm all on board. Last 2 seasons, if you combine Rob Kelly and that was last season, sorry. Combine Rob Kelly and P. Ren's goal-to-go touches, so that means your first and goal, second and goal, whatever, carries last year. That player would have tied for 3rd with who ran the ball. 55% of the time they ran the ball in the goal-to-go situations. That's the 10th most in the NFL. This year, those are all go to Guice. Guice can get those goal line carries. He's going to have the volume on first and second down. He is young. He's ready to go. He fits great in this offense. Jay Gruden wants to use him. You haven't realized I like Washington's offense this year. Alex Smith I like a lot.
I know you do.
Paul Richardson I like.
Yeah.
Guice I like. I love Derrius Guice. He's going as 21st running back off the board. I don't mind taking him over Kenyan Drake.
I wouldn't mind reaching for him either.
I don't mind reaching for him. The volume's there. I love Derrius Guice.
There's a lot of good rookies here that we would reach for.
Yeah. Rookie class running back this year is pretty good. Last season he was pretty good too. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Next up after Derrius Guice, a guy I hate. I just don't even want.
Yeah.
Jay Ajayi.
Yeah.
I don't even have him ranked in the top 30. I am way off Jay Ajayi. You had him ranked pretty high. He's 23rd for you.
I mean,
this could have changed. I don't know. That was a while ago.
Yeah, I don't know. He's in a contract year this year.
Oh, no. I don't care. Doug Peterson does not let a running back get over 50% of the carries. He likes using multiple backs. He likes the running back by committee. You have Corey Clement there, who I absolutely love this year as a sleeper. We'll get into that in another episode. But Darren Sproles is still there. He was injured last season. Yep. Jay Ajayi, he wants the volume, but the coach does not want to give a player all the volume.
I don't know. I think he's going to get the volume this year. Sproles will be there on third down.
Nope. You want to put a bet on this?
No, I'm not going to bet on it. Last year, his workload increased each game. If you look back into last year, his workload low.
But he hasn't logged more than 50% of the snaps in 10 games with the Eagles last year.
Okay.
I don't see him getting volume. He's not that good. He's pretty slow. You guys may think he's fast, but he's pretty slow.
He is slow.
He looks slow, and it looks like Foghorn Leghorn running. It's pretty bad. And I just don't like Jay Ajayi this year. I would take any running back behind him. Right now, currently going behind him. You have all these guys we're going to talk about soon. But Jay Ajayi is going 9th pick in the 4th round. I'm passing on him. I'm taking a wide receiver there probably. I do not like Jay Ajayi this year. He's a bust. Everyone's just pretty thinking high. Oh, he's going to use the Eagles like you. That's what people are going to say. Oh, he's going to get a workhorse this year. Doug Peterson's history.
I didn't say I'm taking him.
I didn't say you're taking him. I just said that you said that they're going to use him more this year. I disagree 100%.
Okay.
Doug Peterson's track record shows he does not like using one running back.
Okay.
He likes the running back by committee. Darren Sproles is healthy.
I'll agree with that.
Darren Sproles is healthy. You have Corey Clement. Love him as a late round guy. And Ajayi is just there. I don't like
Sproles is Sproles. Sproles is fast, and he's going to get.
He's last season
third
probably.
down
He's pretty
points
old, but yes.
It doesn't
Corey
matter.
Clement's
He's still
also
got
there.
speed.
Corey Clement is going to be better than Ajayi this year. That's a bold prediction right there.
Okay.
I'd rather have Corey Clement. I don't even care the price. I'd take Corey Clement in the 4th round over him. That's a little bull. I'm not going to do that obviously, but I do not like Ajayi at all.
Okay.
Next up, the rookie running back for New England. They used a 1st round pick on him. Sony Michel. He's coming off the ACL tear in the combine, and you know how Bill Belichick does not like fumbles. It turns out Sony Michel has already fumbled in OTAs. That is not what you want to start for Bill Belichick's system. He is. I was high on Sony Michel. I dropped him in my rankings like 6 spots.
I'm staying away from New England running backs. I've had my share of them in the past.
Yeah, they're fun when they use them, but you don't know when they're going to use them.
No,
it's a game exactly. I don't want to play because you're going to start them 1 week thinking, oh, last week he did really good, and then this week he's going to come out and do what? Nothing.
Last year I had Gilsley.
Mike Gilsley.
He scored 3 touchdowns the first game.
I
was so happy.
Week?
He did nothing the rest of the year. Nothing. I'm sick of committee backfields. That's what New England is. He's going to share snaps with James White and Burkhead. No.
There's 215 opportunities missing in this backfield this year. So there is opportunity to be had. He is pretty old. He's 23. But the guy I want to own in this backfield this year is the cheapest guy, Rex Burkhead. I love some picks on Rex Burkhead this year.
I'm going to have to agree with you again.
I hate Sony Michel. I did like him. His talent is there. It's a high-powered offense, but I don't want to play that game.
We'll leave him there. Let someone else take him.
I don't want to play that game with the
Let someone else take a chance.
I'll take the cheapest one.
I already told you about last year's. 3 touchdowns the first game and nothing the rest of the year. I'm sick of New England's running backs.
It's always you don't know about Belichick.
No,
Belichick, you don't know.
No.
Good coach, but
Staying
for
away
NFL purposes, it's probably going to be great.
Oh,
fantasy,
sure, absolutely.
Fantasy, you're not going to want to start this guy.
No, fantasy, you're not going to
I
want
like taking the cheapest guy, but Rex Burkhead's a guy I have a lot of in best ball leagues already. I have a couple of leagues already. I did 10 leagues already. I think I have Rex Burkhead in 6 of those already. I love Rex Burkhead. I don't know why. Something about Mixon can get those red zone touches. But then, like you said, we're staying away from Sony Michel. I like him. Maybe next year we'll see if he becomes the workhorse. But Bill Belichick always likes to mix it up. You have 3 capable backs in that backfield. James White, Rex Burkhead, and Sony Michel now. Yeah, they did spend a pick on him, and yeah, they have 215 opportunities available. But there's other guys I'd rather have than Sony Michel.
Yep.
He's going at the 11th pick in the 4th round in 12-team leagues, 23rd running back off the board. Following up behind him is another rookie running back. Rookie running back is dominating this 15 to 30 range. Ronald Jones, running back Tampa Bay. I like Ronald Jones a lot. He was 2nd in this draft class in missed tackles forced. He's 5'9". He's not that big.
He's a little undersized. He's undersized.
He's in a great opportunity here in Tampa Bay's backfield. It's a void they are missing. He comes in. They have a Chris Godwin. They have Deshaun Jackson. They have Mike Evans. The offense is young. It's new. I think he fits right in there. He's working on his pass catching. He's a little bad at that, but you still, I like Ronald Jones.
He's an explosive playmaker, right? Yeah.
He's first pick, 5th round. I don't mind taking Ronald Jones in drafts if he falls to me. I'm not going to reach for this guy. In Dynasty, talking about Dynasty, I like him as a pick. He's going the 5th right now. I like Ronald Jones. But right now, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He'll have to fall. 5th round, first pick, 24th running off the board. I like his landing spot. 250-plus touches is in the range of outcomes for him. So he's got a breakaway run rate of 3% of 30 yards, which is like a rush, which is Royce had the 2nd most. And then he got 9% for 15 yards plus, which is not bad.
No,
so you can get those long 15-plus yard runs. He's going to lead the backfield.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it there.
Peyton Barber is there still. Peyton Barber's not a bad backup, so if he was going to get injured, Peyton Barber would fill that role.
Yep.
But there's not real competition there, and there's some upside in that role for running back for Tampa Bay.
Yes, there is. Will Jones step up to the plate? We'll find out.
You can't say that. I think he's going to.
We'll find out.
He's going to. Next up, Mark Ingram. What do you guys say? 4-game suspension. You don't like Mark Ingram.
I don't know. I mean,
I love Mark Ingram. Discount players.
It's rare for one team to have 2 top 10 fantasy backs. A 4-game suspension, I think, is going to hurt him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to hurt him a little bit, but his ADP is starting to slip. He was like treading water late 4th, but now he's going in the 5th round.
I mean, the last 4 seasons, each season he has improved his fantasy point value in every season.
And you could take a guy for replacement for the first 4 games to be fine. Over his last 4 seasons in New Orleans, Mark Ingram has averaged 15.8 fantasy points per game. That equates to a low running back 1 in fantasy. So if you get a replacement level value for the first 4 games, he can be running back 11 to 18. Even if his value dips. That's like you're getting the 11th to 18th ranked running back at the 25th running back off the board.
I think he's still
Sean Payton
in a spot where he's going. There's value there because he's going to be. He's with the Saints. They're a high-scoring offense. Regardless, he's going to get his points. But
everyone's like
4-game
Kamara.
suspension. People are going to kind of steer away from him until later on. If you get him later on, it's a steal, depending on what round you get him in.
Everyone's like, oh, Kamara's going to be the lead back now. Kamara. We saw a whole year last year. They used both backs. Sean Payton is not like using a workhorse.
No.
He likes using both interchangeably. They both have value. They're both really good. They're both running back 1. Well, Kamara's running back 1.
Right.
Ingram, when he gets back, like I said, the pace is there. He's running back 1 fringe. Running back 2 for sure. You get a guy later in the draft to play the first 4 weeks, you're set. He comes back, boom. I like Mark Ingram a lot as a discount. Love him. Next, Lamar Miller, running back from Houston. You go first on this guy. I like Lamar Miller a lot. Everyone's writing him off. I have him ranked as my number 19 running back. You have him ranked as your number 25. Little discrepancy here. I don't mind putting a bet on this guy because I think he's a steal where he's going.
If I got Miller, I'd probably just use him as a flex.
He's a flex. He's
I'd
going
probably
as,
just use him as a flex.
people are drafting him as their second running back right now. I have stats for you. Lots of stats for you about this guy. Lamar Miller.
Alfred Blue was the guy there last year toward the end of the year.
Was he?
Yes,
Yeah,
I believe he was.
The offense changed though. Deshaun Watson got injured and it wasn't the same.
Yep.
Lamar Miller was just one of 2 running backs with 1,200 plus yards from scrimmage over the last 4 seasons. When Deshaun Watson started, which was 6 games, he was at least a running back 2 in 5 out of 6 of those games and ranked in the top 5 in weekly scoring in 2 of those games. So he's not so bad as people think. He scored 4 out of 6 touchdowns with Watson.
Yeah.
Not a lot of touchdown upside, but if you go wide receiver early on, he's not a bad running back 1/2. I like Lamar Miller this year. I think people are sleeping on him. Lamar Miller's another sleep. I don't mind taking him.
There's a slight chance that second year Foreman seizes control of the backfield. Foreman could be the lead back there.
What I was saying is Lamar Miller's still good, especially he's better with Deshaun Watson.
I mean, I think he's got a little upside here, especially with Watson coming back.
He's better with Deshaun Watson.
But he might not be the lead back there come start of the season. So just keep an eye on that.
I take this guy over Ajayi. Is that you want to put a bet on this one?
No, I'm not
Ajayi or Lamar Miller?
I don't like Ajayi like you think I do.
You do.
I'm not putting a bet on that.
What about Kenyan Drake?
No, I'm not putting a bet on that.
No, come on.
No.
Derrick Henry?
I'm only going to bet on things I'm sure of, okay?
Oh, you're sure of it. You're going to be 0 for 2 so far.
Well, we'll see.
All right. Once again, YouTube, iTunes, and Google Play. Subscribe and download the podcast on both those podcast apps. Hit the like button on our videos. Comment down below, again, if you want to get in that listener league. We want to see how your interest is. Right now we have a couple of people, but we want to see if we have enough people to do a league. So comment in the YouTube or tweet at us at JustinFSFF and at FatherSonFF if you want to get in this listener league. Comment at us, say, yo, I want to get in this listener league. So comment that in the YouTube and tweet at us. We'd love to hear back. Yep. Write a review. We'll shout you out next episode. We love the reviews. You have 10 so far. It's pretty good. Share it with your friends. And following up Lamar Miller, the 27th running back off the board. I'm going to have you go ahead and just take over for this one.
It's got it. Is it really him? My man? Royce Freeman?
Oh.
Royce Freeman is my man.
I have to admit, I'm starting to fade away from Royce Freeman a little bit.
You can't.
It's
a mistake he was taken in the third round.
No. I'd rather have Derrius Guice.
It was a mistake.
Wait, you want to put a bet on this?
What's the bet?
Derrius Guice or Royce Freeman?
No, I'm not betting that.
Not that?
No. He's a big back with great speed.
I think he's going to win first, second down in this offense. I don't see him getting third down as much because.
Whoa, he's a workhorse in Oregon. He's going to be a workhorse here.
Out.
No, he's not.
Broncos ran about 8th most last year.
He's going to beat Devontae Booker. He's going to take that starting job. I got great things for Royce Freeman.
I agree with that. I'd say I didn't like him. I said my love has faded a little bit.
I don't know if he'll be used in the pass again, but he's going to take over that backfield. But I'm telling you right now, I love Royce Freeman.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
They ran the ball 8th most last year, the Broncos. C.J. Anderson had 245 out of the 457 carries in that backfield, and guess what? He's gone.
He's gone.
They're committed to the ground game, and he can handle passing work, but I think he's going to lose it to the Devontae Booker.
I agree with you there. I think Booker's going to take over the
Regardless, at this range, like we said, you're not looking for a 3-down back. Those are hard to find in these ranges.
What round's he going in right now?
Royce Freeman's currently going 9th pick, 5th round, 12-team leagues. He's the 27th running back off the board.
I'd reach for him. I would reach for him.
I know you would.
His upside right now is unbelievable.
I would put a bet with you on this guy.
I'm not putting a bet on.
No, Royce Freeman, you love. My love is a little bit faded.
What's the bet?
What do you want to make? You make one. You have all these guys you want to talk about. I like Alex Collins a lot. I'll play a bet with that.
Oh, Royce Freeman's going to blow Alex Collins out of the water.
More fantasy points this
All
year?
right. More fantasy points this year. Put it on the table. Bet number 3. Royce Freeman, who I love.
This is Alex Collins. Dude. All
Royce
right.
Freeman will have
more fantasy points than Alex Collins. I said Alex Collins. You said Royce Freeman. We put it on the table. There it is.
more fantasy points than Alex Collins. Really?
Yeah, dude.
You're doubting my man Freeman?
Dude, Alex Collins. All right.
All right.
I'm not doubting Royce Freeman. I'm saying Alex Collins has already proven himself in the NFL.
I don't care. You watch Royce Freeman.
Oh, jeez.
He's going to prove himself. All right. There's bet number 3 on the table.
Oh, no. All right. Following Royce.
We're going to have to have a whole episode just on our bets.
Following Royce Freeman, the 28th running back off the board, going one pick after him, Dion Lewis.
Dude, last year he finished
From week 6 on, he was a running back 8 in points per game.
13th among running backs last year.
Yeah, he's crazy. Beat Report says the offense needs to be emphasizing passes to running back, like I said, especially in the red zone. That is Dion Lewis's job.
Yep.
That was from Jim Wyatt. He's the beat reporter for the Titans since 1999.
Yep.
There is health concerns with him, but that's any NFL player. Running backs are pretty fragile. They get, they're going into the big guys. They're going to get hurt.
Yeah, but you look at last year, he had career highs in scrimmage yards and offensive touchdowns. I think he had nine touchdowns last year.
And he's not dealing with the bull crap from Bill Belichick.
Right. Both backs in Tennessee will figure to a significant role.
Yeah, I told you, the reality is that the pass catching back is Lewis, which he is, but he's also a first down running back. The personnel groupings, Lewis has the clear edge in primary groupings. Henry was dominant in the personnel group in the third team, but LaFleur's, the new head coach for the Titans, he was the offensive coordinator for the Rams last year. They ran from 13, just 5% of runs. They run from 11, 12, and 21. That's where Lewis dominates over Henry. Lewis is drafted right now in the 5th round. He's a steal. He's very similar to C.J. Anderson in skill set. C.J. Anderson's going later, so I don't mind taking C.J. Anderson later. But Dion Lewis over Derrick Henry this year. They're both going to be used. But I say Dion Lewis. We already have that bet on the table.
That bet's already on the table.
The bet's already on the table. So, that's what I think about him. You have anything else to say?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Following him is Tevin Coleman. He gets his work. He's a flex play every week. I don't love Tevin Coleman. Him and Freeman splitting carries. They get used every other drive. It's annoying to own, but he does get his points.
He missed 4 games last year, okay?
Uh-huh.
We got a glimpse of him last year when Freeman was out. He was a lead back when Freeman was out, and his results were really good.
Yeah, no,
I mean, he had 243 yards and 4 scores on 61 touches when Freeman was out.
That's crazy.
He can do the lead role back, but he's still going to undershadow Freeman in that backfield. But he could be a lead back on some other teams.
Speaking of which, his contract year this year, next year, I want to see where he goes. That changes things, too. He's probably going to top 12 back next year.
I mean, he's probably one of your best. If you like handcuffing running backs,
he's not really a handcuff, though.
He'd be one to, yes.
He's more than a handcuff. He's a flex play every week. He's going right now to top 30.
He's a very good flex value, and he's a top-end handcuff.
Yes. All right.
That's what I would
Next
say.
up, Tarik Cohen. This is my favorite late-round, mid-round running back this year. He's currently going 9th pick, 6th round, 31st running back off the board. I have him as my 21st ranked running back. I love Tarik Cohen this year.
I'm going to steal him from you.
Why are you going to steal him? You don't know anything about Tarik Cohen. Let me tell you. He beats out Howard this year 100%. I'll put about that if you want to put about that. The more fancy points in this backfield, I say Tarik Cohen. You want to do this?
No. He's going to be a busy back this year.
New coach this year.
Yes, new coach.
They're running the spread offense, which fits him better. Roles expected to expand. The Bears are already saying Howard's usage is situational. And they tried trading Howard twice already this season.
Right. So that tells you where they like him.
Jordan Howard has a 63.4% catch rate, like I said last episode. It's the worst rate among running backs with at least 50 targets. The average is 75%. I love him where he's going. I love him. He's a breakout year this year. If you're going 0 running back in drafts or redraft, I love him as your first running back drafted. Tarik Cohen, I already have him in some of my best ball leagues. I love Tarik Cohen this year. This offense is young and exciting. No, it's not going to be the Rams. Not as good, but it's going to be kind of like that. It's new. Tarik Cohen, love him where he's going. 6th round, 9th pick. I take him over Tevin Coleman. I take him. I love him. I think he's great where he's going. I'm not going to reach for him because you don't have to because people are already sleeping on him.
Right.
So I love the value right there. It's absolutely great.
It's good value. He's an explosive back.
All right. We have Chris Thompson to talk about. He's a 3rd down pass catching back. Chris Thompson, people keep writing him off. I don't know if I keep writing him off because he is still really good. He posted numbers last year that were crazy. What do you guys say about Chris
I think
Thompson?
he's going to be used more in a passing game. I think Guice is going to take over.
Yes, I don't think
for most of the carries and short yardage.
Even
work.
last year, he didn't run the ball on first, second down. That's not who he is. He's a pass-catching guy. He's basically a wide receiver. He played just 10 games last year. He had 151.4 points. That's 15.1 points per game. If you expand that to 16 games, that's 241.4 points per game. That's running back number 8. That's behind LaShawn McCoy. He's a PPR steal. He's going to be a great safety valve or a third down for Alex Smith. He's going in his 7th round, 3rd pick. I don't mind taking him again if you're going 0 running back.
I think with Guice there.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm staying away from with Guice there.
Wow.
I'm staying away.
Wow. He's going to have his role still. He's going to have his PPR role. If you're going 0 run RB, you're taking lots of wide receivers early on. You get Tarik Cohen, you get Chris Thompson. Those are 2 good running backs to have on your team. They're not going to hurt you. Chris Thompson was really good last year out of nowhere. No one really expected it. He was a last round pick last year. He blew up.
I think you're not going to see as high numbers this year.
I agree. Derrius Guice is going to take a lot.
I don't think you're going to see the numbers.
I agree. They were unsustainable, but he is still a good pass-catching back. He's a good PPR back. PPR leagues, you can get him in the 7th round. I'm okay with that, especially with other guys going around him. Marshawn Lynch. What do you guys say about Marshawn Lynch? He didn't do so bad. He's going in the 8th round. He's a possible starter. If you get a starting running back in the 8th round, that's not bad.
Is he going to be the lead back there?
It's going to be him or Doug Martin, and I don't think Doug Martin's good anymore. I think Doug Martin only had 1 good season in his whole career. I think Marshawn Lynch he can still do it. And their offensive line for Oakland is still not bad. So I think that if you were to get the starting job, you're getting a starting running back in the 8th round, you can't complain with that.
No.
All right, who are we going to talk about next? Aaron Jones. Green Bay, I say Aaron Jones is the most talented back in that backfield. I think he's the one who takes it, and he's going to lead it. We're going to talk about that in an episode of the Sleepers and stuff, but Aaron Jones is my bet to lead this backfield.
I agree with you, but I think what the topic is now is Jamal Williams is going to open up as the lead back.
I don't know.
That's the word going around now.
All right, well, we'll have to find out. We're going to talk about that in another episode.
I think Jones is the best guy there also.
Yes.
He got hurt last year. He was off to a great start until he got hurt.
Even just watching him on the TV, he's the most best running back on the team, the most talented one. So, another guy, last guy I want to talk about, you have ranked, I don't like him. I don't mind where he's going right now. It's Carlos Hyde. He's going 1st pick, 7th round. They just signed Duke Johnson to a 3-year deal. Nick Chubb they drafted. They signed him. He's pretty highly paid right now. He's getting paid lots of money. I think he's like the 6th highest paid running back right now in the NFL. I think you have a situation kind of like Adrian Peterson here. He's going to get cut halfway or traded halfway through the season. They don't need him anymore. They have Nick Chubb, who's really good, who they spent the draft pick on, and they have Duke Johnson, who gets the pass-catching role. Carlos Hyde is still good, yes, but I don't know why they signed him.
He's been very consistent. I don't know why they signed him either, especially when they took Chubb.
I think Chubb is a starting running back before Week 8. In this season, I think they wasted their money on. They had money to spend, so I guess it made sense. But I'd rather have no. I don't want any part of this guy. If you want to put a bet, I'll put the bet on Cohen or Hyde, but I don't think you want to do that.
I'm not betting.
Nah, no more bets for you.
I don't think he's consistent. He's going to get consistent touches there, and he could end up at the back of that backfield.
Okay. Now,
I don't think he's. I mean, he's Carlos Hyde, but I don't think he's worth any more than a late round filler.
And he's going in the 7th round. I'm not taking him.
No.
All right. So that sums up the 15 to 30 range of running backs. So what I want you to do now, I want you to give me your 5 favorite running backs from this list of guys we just talked about. All right. That's what we're gonna do next. Let me know who you have. I have my favorite, not in any order. My 5 favorite running backs are Alex Collins in this list. I love Alex Collins, like I said. Derrius Guice. Mark Ingram is a steal where he's going. Hopefully he keeps dropping. Tarik Cohen, my guy, and Lamar Miller. Everyone keeps leaving. Those are my 5 guys I love in this range. Who are your 5 guys? We have to have some similarities here, hopefully.
Well, Tarik Cohen, I'll agree with you there.
Thank you.
They're not in no specific order.
All right.
Rashaad Penny, I love going to Seattle.
I like Penny a lot, too. I didn't choose him because I think you were going to choose him. But, yeah, I love Rashaad Penny.
Guice in Washington.
Yes.
That's a steal there.
That's 2 rookie running backs from you.
Derrick Henry, I like.
No,
I like Derrick Henry.
No, oh my gosh.
I like Derrick Henry.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
but you know who I love?
Oh jeez.
Royce Freeman at Denver.
No
specific order, but I like 3 rookies out of those.
Yeah, I like Rashaad Penny too. I didn't have him on my list though because I thought you were going to have him. But Lamar Miller keeps getting slept on. He's a great value. So is Ingram. I love this running back range. That's why I don't have a problem taking a wide receiver or 2 in the first 3 rounds because you have all these running backs right here. However, there are more wide receivers available in these rounds, but we're going to talk about draft strategies in another episode. But that sums up this episode for us today.
Yep.
We hope you guys enjoy the running backs part 2. Next episode, we're going to do a mock draft again because you guys seem to enjoy that. We're going to do a 10 team. And we're also going to do wide receiver rankings.
We'll do that mock draft live too, so
yeah, it's better.
There'll be no scripting. We're going to do it live. Yeah. Random picks.
We're getting better with the podcast. People say it's a sound script. We're not scripting it. We have some stats on our paper, and it's kind of hard to memorize all these stats. So you look down and read it. We're just getting used to this whole microphone thing, talking in front of it. It's not as easy as you think. But give us time. Hopefully, we get better. We're going to upgrade our equipment. And that way, we're looking at each other and talking eventually.
I hope. In our next mock draft, we're back-to-back. I hope we're back-to-back picks right there.
We can make that happen.
Why don't we do a 12-team?
We do a 12-team.
Do a 12 team, one quarterback.
One quarterback. We'll be back-to-back picks.
We're gonna try to get our buddies Tom and Bart over here.
One of these episodes.
One of these episodes to do a mock draft.
They're really good drafters. Really experienced. They know what they're doing. They're not.
There'll be a lot of jaw in there with the 4 of us there. That'll be a lot of fun. All right.
And once again, follow us on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play. Subscribe and download the podcast.
Hit that subscribe button, fellas.
Yes. And leave comments. Tweet at us at JustinFSFF and then also at FatherSonFF. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment what you thought about it. And once again, Listener League, comment and tweet at us if you want to get in this Listener League. We want to draw interest. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. I think you better.